The town of Kill Devil Hills has many boards and committees that work in conjunction with the Board of Commissioners. These groups provide additional input as the board makes its determinations. With the exception of the elected members of the Board of Commissioners, the boards, committees, and commissions for Kill Devil Hills are appointed positions made up of volunteers who have taken an interest in the town and serving their community.
My name is Shawn Windley. I'm currently a commissioner with the town of Kill Devil Hills. I got elected last year, and I really enjoyed my time with the town so far. My service with the town began last year when I was appointed to our planning board. And the planning board was a wonderful start to get involved in town service. The best thing about being on a board is it gives our citizens a chance for them, the individual person, to have a voice in the future of our town.
The planning board is basically an advisory board for the planning department to go through to get to the Board of Commissioners so that they have other eyes on it before they get to it. Oftentimes people will bring projects to the planning department. They'll evaluate them, review them, then bring them to us for our opinion before we send it on to the Board of Commissioners with either a positive or negative proposition.
I serve on the Streets Improvement Special Projects Committee. We work with the town engineer and the Public Works Department, street planning and stormwater drainage, and we also respond to requests or complaints from citizens about the issues that they have with their streets. It's very, very satisfying.
My name is Sheila Davies, and I'm the mayor of the town of Kill Devil Hills. My first experience with boards and committees with the town was as a member of the Zoning Board of Adjustment. It's a quasi-judicial board where we would hear cases that citizens would present where they were requesting an amendment or a change to our zoning ordinances. It was really a great experience. I learned a lot about the town, certainly about our ordinances, and got to interact with citizens.
The Zoning Board of Adjustments provides for a smooth operation of zoning and the enforcement of zoning laws by providing a mechanism for the public, citizens, to have some relief when the ordinances may impact them too strongly. The thing that we do most often is something called a variance, which is when a citizen comes to the board and says, I think it's probably right, but it hurts me so badly that I need some relief from that. So a variance is the government varying the permission that is allowed to a landowner. And when a variance request is something that is genuinely a hardship for a citizen, and so long as the variance is in the spirit and keeping of the ordinance itself, then the board is authorized to grant that variance to them.
I'm Terry Gray. I live in Kill Devil Hills and have lived here since '86. I'm a native to Dare County. I first got involved with the town in 1987. I came on the planning board as an alternate member. It enabled me to be able to have some say in my town and be able to form some opinions that people had and put them into policy and develop our town to be the great town that it is today. I would urge anybody to look at our boards that we have through our town, and there's sure to be something that will fit your special needs, that you can have some input in the town and help shape our town and have valued input.
I'm Sandy Markland. I currently serve as the Vice Chair of the Historic Landmarks Commission. The commission was established by the town in 2004 primarily to identify and take steps to preserve historic properties within the town. We are all about promoting Kill Devil Hills and the history that we are so rich in.
One aspect of the Historic Landmarks Commission is that we host an open house event. Open house weekend is a fun weekend that we ask some of the historic designees to open their properties so that everybody can check them out on a self-guided open house.
Serving on boards is very important because it's the outlet that people have to be able to tell what they want and what they need, as well as what the town is being able to do for them. So that's our purpose in being able to get everybody together and everybody being able to sit around the table and getting a plan done and setting goals. So it's very important for people who say they want things done to be able to serve on boards and committees to make sure that things actually get done. So we rely on folks in the community to come and tell us what they need.
We have a personnel board that meets to listen to any grievance that an employee may have or develop with their employment with the town. If needed for the personnel board, they will present the complaint or grievance that an employee has to the board, and they will listen to it, and they may request to have some other employees come or any other information they may need presented. Then they'll make a decision based on their final outcome of what they have been able to determine. They will then make a recommendation to the town manager to address the issue at hand.
The Dangerous Animal Control Board is a board that was put together to keep dangerous animals out of our town.
If there's an incident where someone is harmed by a dog or other dogs are harmed by a dog, then Chief Britt takes up the issue and investigates, and he will make a ruling. If the owners of the dog in question aren't happy with that, they can come to the appeal board, and we hear anything they want to share, witnesses, whatever, and then we make a ruling about whether we think the police chief's position is the correct one or not.
Yeah, my name is Mike Hogan. I'm on the Board of Commissioners, and I'm also the Mayor Pro Tem. I'm in the middle of my second term. I got involved way back in the 90s. We had a local issue. We started coming to some meetings and talking to the board and ended up with a really good compromise that's worked well since it's been done. It's good to have the input. Once you're in a position like I am and the other commissioners, you have to make sure that you're open for input from the community, and these boards are good for that because they're staffed primarily by regular citizens that don't actually hold a position otherwise. It's something that I think people shouldn't be afraid of, is to serve on a board or one of our boards or committees or subcommittees. Most people, when they finally do it, they really enjoy it because they realize that they're doing something good, and that's important for a lot of people.
CAC is a organization that's made up of volunteers, and we're all like-minded that we want to get together and do what we can to help beautify the community, make sure visitors know they're welcome here, and have a standard for what the community looks like. Every 2 years we have an awards contest for businesses. We go around and we evaluate things like landscaping, things like their front yard display, how they beautify their business, and we really just try to encourage the positive behavior of them really making their business a welcoming place. One of the other things we do is Trash Attack, and Trash Attack is a community cleanup that was started in the 90s where we all get together. We don't focus so much on the beach as much as we focus on getting into our neighborhoods and the bypass and areas that everybody sees every day and getting them cleaned up before the tourist season really booms here.
We have a number of opportunities for people to get engaged in boards and committees in our town. From my perspective, it's really important for citizens to volunteer to serve on these boards because we need the breadth and scope of feedback. We need to hear from the citizens, and having more boots on the ground by people being involved in committees is a great way to do that. If you would like to learn more about the operations of our committees or about getting involved in serving on a committee, visit our town's website at kdhnc.com or give the town a call at 449-5300.